What's good, y'all? It's definitely Jim Haney. Checking in with calls, boxing corner. Y'all tap in, y'all subscribe, y'all do all that. Follow, you already know.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Cole's Boxing Corner, back at y'all again. Man, this past Saturday was a jam-packed at Barclays Center, sold-out fight for Jaron Ennis versus XANDER Zayas. Barclays was turned up. I was live in the building, and that crowd was, man, it was electrifying. This fight delivered exactly what boxing needed: a high-stakes, high-skill war that lived up to the hype. Boots, he didn't just win, like, he announced himself as a true force at 154 as super welterweight. He stopped Xander in a brutal back and forth battle, probably like the fight of the year type energy from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was dope. The fight in a nutshell, of course, Jaron won TKO 7th round. But the first two rounds, man, Boots came out dangerous. Jaron wasted no time showing that there's levels. He switched stance early and he dropped Xander in the first round with a sharp left, like immediately putting the young champ on notice. Round 2 was more the same. I mean, Boots displayed speed, punch variety, and accuracy. Xander's, in the first 2 rounds, seemed like he was struggling to keep up. But the third round was, whoo. This is when everything changed. Like, Xander, instead of like folding, he fired back with like a huge right hand that rocked Ennis like badly. At the post fight, Jaron said that he wasn't hurt, but I was in the building, man. It seemed like he was hurt. But he did, Jaron was still throwing punches, but it just didn't have the same effect after that right hand from Xander. It forced him to be in like survival mode for the first time in his career. The crowd was going crazy. It seemed like there was like a split between African American fans and Puerto Rican fans, but it was still all love. It was good competition. Like, you could have you felt the momentum swing for a minute, and it looked like Xander might pull off a shocker in that third round. Everybody was stunned. The crowd was going back and forth. The energy was crazy. Cheering for Boots, and Xander too. Like, it was going back and forth. Rounds 4 and 5 was just a pure violence. Like phone booth slugfest. Both fighters trading bombs with no regard for defense. I would say Jaron hits a lot though, man. He gotta, and I don't think his corner is giving him, a great game plan. It just seemed like the corner is just like, go in there, do what you got to do. You know what you got to do, with no real guidance. But then in the 5th round, Ennis reminded everyone why he's elite. There was an uppercut in the 5th round that dropped Zayas again. You know what I'm saying? That was the second time. But shouts out to Xander though, man. He showed crazy heart just by surviving that round. Round 6, it was more composure from Ennis. Instead of rushing the finish, he boxed smarter. He slowed the pace, picked his shots, and reestablished control, and definitely showed that ring IQ. Round 7, Ennis closed the show in style, man. Relentless attack. I honestly thought that the ref could have stopped it in the 5th round, but I guess, Xander's a champion. He wanted to give him a chance to come back. But in the 5th round, I knew that it was going to be over. Like I said, like Jaron, he got dropped. Zayas got dropped again, and the corner had to step in and save Xander. Ennis, his versatility, switching stance, confused Zayas early. Power, everybody knows that Jaron has good power. Every knockdown came clean, and it was calculated shots. Jaron showed composure and good fighting instinct as well. I will definitely say that. you know, it was arguably Ennis' most complete performance. Even though he said that he rated himself a C+, I believe. But you know, with the adversity in the third round, it definitely showed, you know, what type of fighter Jaron is. Zayas, though, shouts out to him, man. He showed heart. He took massive punishment and kept fighting. He showed toughness. He survived multiple knockdowns. And he also showed potential, man. At 23, he's young. He pushed one of the best fighters in the world. Even in defeat, man, shouts out to XANDER Zayas. He gained a lot of people respect. You know, it was dope, man. So what's next for Jaron? You know, he stated multiple times that he wants to be undisputed at 154, but we got Fedor and Kelly. I think he should try to fight Kelly next and then save Fedor for last, because Fedor is a cheat code. And I'm curious to see how that fight will play out. But what y'all think of the fight, man? Do you think that Boots is any match for Terrence Crawford? I know he's retired, but they've been going back and forth. After the fight, Crawford, he tweeted out, y'all basically see what I see. So I guess clearly he sees some holes in Jaron's fight game. Like I say, you know, Jaron needs to tighten up on that defense and not be reckless. But we'll see, man. Let me know what you think, what your thoughts. If you enjoyed the fight, I know I did. Thank y'all for tuning in.